Hey folks, Rob Flux here with another Real Deal on the Field with one of my former students, Baz. Now this is the very, very first deal that Baz ever did well before he actually got into our program. But it's the longest project you've ever done, and you've done a lot since this particular one. So it's just coming into complete now. Tell everyone what you've actually finished before we actually talk about this particular project, mate.
Yeah, sure. So I've finished 5 projects since 2020. And this project was my first project that I started in 2018.
2018, so 6 years, folks. This one's been on the go, and currently you've got another 9 on the go. Is that right?
9 projects, yeah.
Okay, so whilst this is a long time in finishing, the lots of lessons you've got out of this one, you've been able to apply again and again and again. So, mate, firstly, tell us a little bit about where we are and what the deal is.
Okay, so we've got a 4-unit development in Rosebud, which is in the peninsula. We're about 100 metres from the beach, 60, 70 metres from the shops just over here on our left-hand side. And we got a 4-unit development, what I call California bungalow coastal townhouses.
He says coastal, but we're in the middle of winter here in Melbourne, mate, and it is freezing today. But it will be beautiful in summer, I can promise everyone that. Coming into the closing stages of the deal, mate, 3 or 4 months away till actually get completion.
Yeah.
It's been 6 years. Tell us what happened at the start, what's actually started some of the issues and challenges and delays.
Yeah, look, we've gone through a lot of challenges on this project. When we first started using, I would call it the wrong advisors and structures, all the way to, finance and not doing due diligence correctly. And then running into, build cost increases, COVID-19.
And it just starts snowballing from there.
It just went on and on and on.
So
yeah.
let's, and we won't dive into all of the detail and the nitty gritty, but I guess you said some bad advisors and some bad advice, but functionally you put this into a personal name, not yours, but a joint venture partner's personal name. And then I believe that they actually lost their job at that particular time. So then serviceability went out the window because you're trying to use traditional lending type models.
Yeah.
I guess with what you know now, what would you do completely different from doing that, mate?
Well, with what I know now, I mainly use commercial lenders and commercial finance brokers, and we don't really use the serviceability / needing an income space. No, we also have financiers that understand development really well. And they've seen a track record and happy to back the projects. Yeah. The other thing I do quite a lot at the moment is get long settlements and negotiate with owners directly and make sure that, we've got lots and lots of time to get our plans and permits before we have to settle anything.
Absolutely. And the key point to all of that, the commercial lending is really the key. A lot of people want to start out doing residential lending because of the perceived benefits of the cheaper interest rates, but it creates all these issues and challenges with glass ceilings and limits with regards to the size of the deal that you can do. Commercial lending, on the other hand, though, looks at the profitability of the deal. And so just by looking at the profitability of the deal, then serviceability is no longer relevant. So that was the start of the journey. Couple of challenges along the way that caused a bit of a snowball effect. Then you fell into COVID. Then cost of construction, I'm sure, got impacted. Mate, one of the longer projects out there. How are you tracking with regards to your projected profits and actually where do you think you're going to land?
Look, the projected profits is obviously a lot less than what I thought when I first started. But thankfully, we're still in the black.
In the black.
Or in the blue, I like to call it, on this project, which is good.
Not black and blue.
Yeah, we're positive still, which is good, but definitely nowhere near what I originally thought it was going to do. And that's because, and I'm sure a lot of people are stuck in this position right now, build costs have increased significantly. And the values haven't necessarily jumped up as quick.
Yeah.
So I've made a decision that we just build and we just keep moving.
Yeah, because you got to get yourself into a position where, and before closing that out, any time that you have projects that go wrong and you end up in the black is a good day, folks. And so I guess the point that Baz was actually getting to there is, look, he had the choice where he could have sat here and twiddled his thumbs and held onto the site for a little bit longer, but he chose to actually pull the trigger and execute, get out of the deal, free up his cash, free up his resources, free up your emotional and time resources, more importantly, and actually get on with things. Because there are times when you can sometimes just contemplate your navel for a little bit too long, mate. So not saying that you did, but I guess good on you for actually pulling the trigger and just executing and getting out.
Yeah.
That said, mate, what would be the biggest lesson out of deal number one that you would actually have applied again and again and again into the future deals that you've done?
Biggest one is definitely use the right team of advisors. Make sure that the people that you're using, your accountant, your finance brokers, all the above, are experienced and have done deals like this before. The second thing is, you make money when you buy, ultimately. So if you can spend most of your time doing all your due diligence and all of your homework before you purchase a block, and don't be emotionally led to just buy one for the sake of getting in, that is pretty much half your journey done. If you can buy the right block, put in the right entity, have the right people around you, then the rest of the work really takes care of itself.
It's a process.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Get into the right deal, folks, not the next deal. I think that's the quick and easy way to say that. Mate, thank you for sharing this particular deal. Now, Baz is also sharing a full story of one of his other projects at one of our Melbourne meetups just this weekend. By the time you actually get to watch this, that event would have already gone. But we run those events in Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, and Adelaide. Baz is presenting his one here in Melbourne. If you'd like to watch Baz's episode, why don't you turn up to one of our upcoming meetups, folks? Until then, I'm going to say bye for now. Bye.